necessary to preserve things for posterity. What do you think?
Maybe we even do it, yeah, we even do it unintentionally. For instance, as our grannies, for instance, they keep actually a lot of things from the Soviet era, let's say like even furniture, some like cutlery, some plates, cups and everything. And for me, it's quite interesting to look at them. For instance, even newspapers from these, from like 1970s, 1980s, like what were the news, what were people discussing, how they were living. That's, if I can touch it, like material things, that's like, it gives me a nice feeling somehow. So I definitely think we should preserve something for descendants.
Maybe
even if it's connected with maybe Saint Petersburg, the center of the city, it's really necessary, because if we don't preserve it, we just lose all these marvelous things, marvelous buildings, statues, and just historical facts. It's also necessary for our future generations just to know, like we know our history, our pastimes. Thanks for our ancestors. Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
Yes, I agree with both of you here. Yes, really important, like to preserve, I don't know, like some historical things, for example, like for future generations. I don't know, it's more about history, culture, and like other generations, they will know more about, like, I don't know, what people in this or that country like did before, for example. So it's, I don't know, it's kind of, how to say, it is related somehow to education, I guess.
Yeah. I think, yeah. The next. What is the role of museums in modern life? I think firstly, their role is to preserve things. First things first, and it's for education, because when you visit museums as a child with your parents, and then in your adult state of mind, it's different things. And I'm thankful that my parents went in museums with me.
Maybe it is easier to feel connected to the past when you touch the things from the past. Also, I thought about other things, for example, languages, songs, maybe poems. Some scientists travel to remote areas and make recordings of the songs, of languages, and so on. I think this is also important. At least maybe these works will still exist, but in a written way. But in my opinion, that's also great.
Yeah, it's good that you pointed out also, like, non-material things. They're also very important and need to be preserved, definitely. Okay, so what is the role of museums in modern life? I feel like that, like, the role is to, first of all, of course, display something. Let's say, okay, I think we're talking in the context of the past. Yeah, so their roles, I feel like, is to display real, like actual original things from the past, and tell the history behind them, tell the background, so that people can actually dive into how people lived in the past, or for instance, if it's some indigenous tribe from like some remote area, dive into their life, or just observe it and touch history.
Yeah, basically, museums are sort of houses for these things from the past, right?
Or we could say mediator.
You know, I think I have discussed it with my friends and my boyfriend for quite a lot, because you know, maybe it shouldn't be precise up to like every small minimal detail. There still should be space for creativity, but there are some things that historically do not make sense. Yeah, so why do it? In some cases it can be even offensive.
Yeah, I agree
to
with you.
different cultures,
Yeah, but I
for
think that
example.
maybe in different countries they have different history and different point of view to different things. So, and it can be subjective as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
they may think it's their truth, but for us, for example, it can be different, and it's interesting how to come.
Welcome back. Welcome back. So, what do these questions have in common? What are they mostly about, Dinara?
I think they are about the history, the educational value of history, and how it is important to preserve this and maybe to know and to keep it for the future as well, in the connection to the past and the future.
Right, for sure. This is the topic which is going to be covered in our listening part 1. Let's first start with what you know about this task in our exam in order to prepare better before we get acquainted with the guidelines. So below the questions, you can see the task and some questions on the right. Can you?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Awesome, awesome. So I'd like you to ask and answer the questions in order to see what you know, what you remember about this task. Okay. Let me reshuffle you a little bit. Just a second. Okay. Let's go.
Our ability to understand the spoken English, our ability to grasp the information and highlight the most important parts, and maybe pay attention to what are the certain information, what is certain information that we need to accomplish exactly this task, not just listening to everything, but listening for specific details.
Yeah, definitely. Can you please sit closer to your computer? I can't hear you sometimes.
Yes. How is it now?
Thank you.
Better?
Much better. Thank you. Okay. How many times do you listen to the extracts? I guess 2 times, right?
Maybe I'm not sure. Maybe even once you will hear 3 different extracts, or maybe 2 times. I'm not sure.
Of the audio, and then like I don't know, to listen to some details, for example, and to answer all these questions. I suppose like this, it should be twice.
I definitely agree with you, and well, actually, I hope that we listen twice, because I know that sometimes like in some tasks we listen only once, but since this one deals with the details and there are like 3 different ones, I think maybe I will listen twice.
Yes.
Okay. So how much time do you have to read the questions and answers? Questions and answers. For the first time, like I think before reading, it's not more than a minute. I think maybe a minute maximum. Like 30, 40 seconds, something like this.
Yes, I agree. Like maybe a 40, 45 seconds here, as far as I remember. So
Right.
what would be your strategy in accomplishing the task? Well, first of all, you need to read all these questions, maybe underline some keywords, and also the answers if you have some time, of course. So, and then probably, I don't know, of course, it's important to get a general idea, like to have this kind of, I don't know, listen.
Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of tricky task sometimes.
You mean
Depends
listening?
yeah, it depends on the audio.
Yeah.
Not just any listening, but multiple choice listening. It's tougher to do with a hard one audio because you have 3 extracts, you have lots of information, and it's so similar to each other.
Okay, I'm going to upload the answers under the questions. Please get acquainted with them. Did you say the same? Was anything different?
Are we discussing right now, or are we going to do it in pairs?
Oh, we are just reading. I'm going to ask you some questions. What is being tested, Julia? Okay, Julia, I can't hear you. Maybe some problems. Luba Zemlякова, what is being tested?
Yeah, so in this part of listening, the focus is on the main idea, the purpose, and the attitude or opinion of the speakers.
And how many speakers are there normally? Paulina.
Normally, there are 3 extracts. The minimum is 3, but I think it's about 6 people because we have a kind of dialogue in each extract. Yeah, maybe 3, maybe 6. Yeah, 6.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Sometimes 8.
Okay, okay. Not really. So 3 extracts, 2 speakers each. Are these extracts somehow connected to each other? Luba Alova.
They are, actually, I'm not sure.
They are not connected. I mean, there might be like one general topic, topic which is covered there, like for example, history, but they are not connected to each other. So people are different or the same, Julia?
People are different.
Yeah. How many times are you going to listen to them, Dinara?
We are going to listen to them twice.
So like how? Like all of them first, then the second one, like all of them again, or how, Dinara?
We're going to read to listen to them all once and then repeat the same.
First, you listen to extract 1 2 times, then extract 2 2 times, then extract 3 2 times. Okay, okay, right. And what is the recommended strategy, Lisa?
So here it's better to read, I know, some information and questions in the exercise and underline the keywords. Yeah, and it's better to underline the keywords only in questions, as far as I understood.
So questions, for example, if we take extract one, or the first one, which is the question, Lisa?
Like, what has the woman found surprising?
Is it worth reading some of this background above the question?
I think, well, in my opinion, I think, yep, it's
Yeah,
quite
absolutely.
important.
Yeah, absolutely. To grasp the main idea what they are going to be talking about. Why don't we read the answers? Uliana.
Maybe the answers can maybe attract our attention to the wrong details.
Yeah, like before listening, we don't spend much time reading the answers. Lubalova, why not?
Well, it's actually it's a good question because probably we're going to concentrate on the task itself and on keywords.
Okay, and how much time do we have to like look through the questions before listening, Lubalova?
30 seconds.
30 seconds. Do you think you can make it in 30 seconds and read all the answers and all the questions in 30 seconds?
Well, I'm a fast reader. I can.
Okay. All right. Good.
You're supposed to, I guess.
No problem. No problem. If you can't do that, that's fine. That's fine. Some people may be slow readers. That's why it is recommended to read just the questions and the background information. Okay. What about underlining something? Luba Simlikova, would you do that?
Well, I feel like I can try. Because it's like if it's only in questions, I feel like it's quite possible, but definitely maybe only in questions. Yeah.
Yeah. We would underline some keywords in questions, which can help you to understand the focus of the extract. What would be the keywords, Julia? What kind of words are these? Julia, I can't hear you. Okay, Paulina, what are the keywords?
I think maybe it depends on the question.
For sure.
I think that it would be some adverbs and verbs.
Yeah.
Adjectives maybe in the first question. What has the woman found surprising? Surprising is a keyword.
Yeah.
But not beautiful, not frightening, but surprising.
Yeah, I agree. Dinara, any other keywords you would underline?
Maybe I would focus on the question words. We're going to listen to like why or when or how much and how long.
For sure. Anything else, Uliana?
I guess no. The ladies told
Also
about everything.
negative auxiliaries. Yeah, like didn't, hasn't. Also negative auxiliaries. Great. And how many correct answers are there, Julia?
1.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Any questions about like the strategy, how to do this task?
Nope.
Awesome. Okay, let's practice. And for that, we will use another listening part 1, which I prepared below on pages 2, 3, and 4. Please find your names. I kind of retyped them so that you can practice and implement the strategy of underlining the keywords. Okay. Can you see your name?
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's allocate 1 minute to underlining the keywords in questions. Okay. In 1 minute, below, you can see the listening part 1 link. Okay. So for now, don't pay attention to the link. 1 minute to underline the keywords. I will set the timer.
Okay.
Okay, so the minute is over. I'd like you to click on the link below, listen to the audio. It's already done as if it's the exam. I mean, first extract 1 2 times, then extract 2 2 times, and extract 3 2 times. It's a little bit lengthy. It's like about 10 minutes, but let's listen and choose the correct answer, okay? May I ask you to put a heart that the audio is working, so that's like I know that everything is fine, okay? Okay. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Nice, nice. How was it? No sweat?
Interesting.
Which one? Say it again.
Interesting.
Okay, okay. No, I mean, like child's play or rocket
It was
science?
challenging.
Challenging.
Yeah,
bit
for me it was
challenging.
really challenging.
My God, I'm so sorry to hear that.
No, it's a good
Okay.
practice.
Okay, okay. I know that the following stage is non-existent in the exam, but I'd like you to do it just in order to, mull over, maybe discuss some points you've heard you didn't hear. So I'd like you to compare your answers with the partner, okay? All right, just a second. Let's have new pairs. Okay.
Hello.
Hi, hi, hi.
Hi.
Ah,
Let's compare.
So in extract number 1, the first answer is B. The man feels that keeping things from the past is necessary to preserve certain things for posterity.
Yeah, I agree. I have B.
I chose A. He said something about defining us, defining like people, so that's why I chose it.
Yeah, he said about posterity. That's why it's challenging.
Yeah, but yeah.
I'm choosing between A and B, but I don't know, preserving, I think.
Feel free to use B, why not? Okay, what about question 2?
I have C.
Here. But I
Okay.
use some method of exception because B is definitely not suitable for woman. Yeah, because she don't think that people feel something. And about older relatives retain memories, I'm not sure as well because we thought that it's
Yeah,
useless or something like this.
yeah, I think it won't be the correct answer here. Yeah, A is the most suitable, probably. Okay, so speaking about the second extract, the third question, what is the woman doing? Well, I chose outlining reasons why museums are irrelevant.
Yeah, I actually have marked A and C because they are quite kind of, how to say, close to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, not viable, irrelevant, so I agree. But maybe C is the most
Yes,
suitable
probably.
here.
So, yes, you can continue.
Yeah, so the speakers agree that museums are popular with certain types of people because they said that it wasn't popular for everyone and it shouldn't be, and maybe for someone because also
Men feel about. I chose C. I remember he told something about the way it was very slow or something like this, that possible to watch it, and it was a bit uncomfortable. So I chose C, frustrated.
Yeah, I agree with you definitely. And the speakers agree that historical films here, if you talk about them agreeing, I chose B, often contain incorrect facts or dramatic effects.
Yep, I have the same, right?
Super, very nice.
We will come back. Okay. So I'd like you to find the answers yourselves. That's why I've uploaded the script, which is located on page 6. Let me know if you can see it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll look through the script and type the correct answers in the chat on Zoom. You can type personally if you don't want anyone to see it except me. And type the answer like 1, C, 2, A, and so on. And then we will check all together. Okay? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, let's do that. Mhm. Uliana, Luba, Alva, Julia, feel free to text me the answers on Zoom chat. If you want, you can send a private message. Lisa as well. While we are waiting, Dinara, Polina, and Luba, may I ask you to take a look at the script one more time? There are some answers which are different.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. I'm still waiting for Lisa's answers. Lisa, would you like to send them?
Yes, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm still thinking.
All right, all right. I see, I see. Yeah, Luba, Julia, take a look at your answers. One answer is different. Liliana, good job. Okay, let's take a look at the answers. Lisa, you can still send them to me. I will upload them to, yeah, I can see them. Awesome. I will upload them on page 6. Let's analyze together. Can you see them?
Yes.
Yep. Let's start with the first extract. Why is it B? Uliana. You can find the confirmation in the script that it is B, not another answer.
Yeah, I think it's B. They want to, it is necessary to preserve certain things to posterity, because he says, first he says, it may be we feel these things somehow define us, but he has no idea how it works for other people. And then he goes on about the royalty and their responsibility to preserve their stuff and for the next generations.
Right, to store it for future generations, yes. And in the first case, he used this might, may, yeah, like define us, define who we are. What does he say? Say maybe. So he's not sure. Okay, cool. Dinar, why 2 is A?
So in the first speaker, the man says that these historical things are important maybe for royalty. He mentions this as an example. and it is important for their future generations to keep this heritage. And the woman tells her personal story about her grandmother and how it is important for her to keep her memories, but people are not connected with this history will not be interested in this.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, she also mentions that each generation has its own priorities. So we are all different. Yeah, awesome. Okay, Luba Alava, why 3A?
Well, first of all, if I'm not mistaken, she mentions that it's pretty costly, like you spend money on it. Wait a second.
Yeah, how does she put it?
Not viable today. Yep. So she says that like it comes at a cost and priorities are different right now. It's it's kind of like a luxury because not like a smaller percentage of people are interested in this kind of entertainment, and considering the cost, it becomes a luxury that people can ill afford.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, right, Lisa, why 4C?
Just a second. Speakers include certain types of people. So, one moment.
Sure.
Like museums may be important for those keen on history, or anyone with a particular interest in a particular thing, like railways or dollhouses. Yep.
Yeah, correct. Nice. Okay. Luba Zemlякова, why 5C?
Okay, as for about 5, the man said that the film dragged and it was a bit of a slog. So slow it almost stopped. So he explicitly mentioned that it was like slow.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you very much. Okay, just a second. We have 6B. All right. Julia, why 6B?
So they say that to bring some interest, they add some special effects and so on.
Okay, and at the end, they also mentioned it. Polina, maybe you can find some confirmation.
Yeah, maybe what people see on screen is filtered through the consciousness of the director and the interpretation of the actors. It's not unbiased or objective. It's misleading.
Yeah, for sure. And both of them mentioned that. Yeah, it's thoughtless entertainment, they say. Okay. All right. So, did the strategy help or not really? Ladies, I'd love to hear some feedback. Was it useful at all?
For me personally, it was. Because I really tried to highlight, like minimum, for instance, like maximum 2 keywords. For instance, it can be agree and both. Yeah. And I feel like if I would have highlighted, for instance, the keywords in the answers as well, or I focused on them explicitly, first of all, 30 seconds was not enough for me to like even read the answers. So I feel like the strategy makes sense. Highlighting the keywords, especially the questions, help me concentrate on what I have to find. So yeah, that worked somehow.
Yeah, viable strategy. Okay. Dinara, what about you? Did you find it useful?
Yeah, I totally agree with Luba. It certainly helped me with the underlined words and focusing only on this certain information and ignoring everything else. It helped me.
Maybe something you would add to the strategy, or like, I don't know, some like maybe downsides. Lisa.
Well, I don't know. As for me, like the strategy related to the keywords, it I don't know, it doesn't work for me. I just,
Okay.
like I try to listen to the audio, like to get a general idea, and then I look at the answers and just like try like to think what answer I need to choose. So yeah, I know I before even I remember when I took some state exams or something like that, I never underlined some keywords, for example, because yeah, it just doesn't work for me.
Distractive, yeah? They distract.
Yes, yeah, like and yeah, I don't know. It's more about listening to something like more carefully from doing this.
Okay, okay. All right. Yeah, they do recommend listen to the first time for like general understanding and the second time for details. So you can try like both strategies and we'll have this listening part 2 further in the course. Like and see which strategy work best for you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, okay, Paulina, some maybe downsides of the strategy.
Yeah, I agree with Lisa. There were so specific questions. So I wanted to highlight the keywords and answers too, but there were little time to do this.
Well, yeah, yeah. And see, we spent like more time, like 1 minute, usually before it starts,
Yeah.
30 seconds. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I highlighted what both agree men feel, but there were a lot of information.
Yeah.
And I looked at the answers and I was like, that's interesting. I needed to highlight something in answers too. That's personal.
I think in this case, we may overdo it a little bit if we start highlighting some keywords in answers and there would be the whole text with in highlights or underlined, like super, super distractive, personally to me. Uliana, what was the key to success for you to accomplish this task?
You know, this recommendation when you don't read the answers is quite new for me. All my life, I used to read all the answers and all the questions, at least look
And you have
through them.
enough time, yeah? I mean, like, because it's just what, 30 seconds max, and like sometimes I'm stuck at the third question and I don't read the rest. You read it all.
Yes, I looked through all the questions and answers because, you know, I feel like I know what to expect.
Okay, okay. And you
I don't know.
remember all of the options, yeah?
Not really. I just know what to expect, and it makes me feel more, I don't know, secure.
Okay, okay, I see. Luba, Oliver, some comments?
You know, strategy with highlighting keywords definitely help because you can kind of concentrate on what I need to hear. It didn't help this time, but usually it does. Yeah, and I understood that usually highlighting keywords for answers helps. I didn't do it this time, but I definitely should next time because otherwise, I listen like because I understand every single word. Then I look at the answers and all of them don't match, and I'm like, what? And they keep talking, and I don't have time to analyze. So I should do it beforehand, before it starts.
Okay, okay, Julia.
Yeah, I think the strategy with keywords definitely helps, but sometimes in answers we have kind of very close answers. For example,
right.
So just a second, I will see. For example, explaining why museums are not viable today and outlining the reasons why museums are irrelevant. They are kind of too close to me, yeah, in my point of view. So that's why it can be difficult to choose.
True. The wording, yeah, the wording. Okay, so I suggest we take a look at some lexes that might have blocked understanding. I'd like you to read the script, and on the right of the table on page 6, write the words which you would like to take away with you. Okay. If you don't want to write there, feel free to write anywhere, like on a separate document, like up to you, on a piece of paper. And let's work in pairs so that you can say the word and define it straight away. Okay. Let me reshuffle you a little bit. Mhm. Okay. Yep. All right. Let's go.
Hello. Hey.
I see this word keepsake. It's
Yeah, a keepsake.
Yeah, me too.
take from a deceased relative. Maybe it's some thing which an important thing, something historical or something important from the past, and it's kind of memorable and valuable. To keep for.
Yeah, I think it's memorable, firstly.
Oh, this coerced into. I think it's something like being forced to do something.
Yeah. Maybe don't fancy. In the context, I don't understand. Don't fancy being coerced into.
I think that they don't want to be.
Okay. We also have Julia here. Feel free to talk to Julia.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
also not.
yeah, this is also interesting for me because I know Marvel as a noun because of the Marvel Studios. And
Yeah.
yeah, now we can see it as a verb phrase, I should say, go to Marvel.
All right, to be coerced and something like, I know it, but I don't use it enough. So
Yeah, me neither.
okay, next text, next one.
How do you find slant?
Slant, yeah. I would also like to know what it means, though. Slant, meaning.
Maybe practical, like use one subject. Review, something like this.
Yeah, like especially it can be like biased or unfair. Okay. Okay.
In a word, I heard it, but it sounds quite interesting.
Illaford?
Illaford. I heard
Yeah.
it. I know it. It sounds quite interesting. I think I should take it.
Yeah. Please write it because I would like to take it too. And priorities different museums may be important. I would also use like bring in revenue.
Bring in revenue, yeah. Why not?
Pointers for the future. Because
or even the whole
I-
phrase, yeah, like provide pointers for that.
actually, yes, yeah, I can write it, I suppose, here.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, let it be like, yeah, the whole phrase, like provide pointers for the future. Well, maybe
sounds good.
provide, I don't know, some kind of advice, maybe, or tips, probably, for the future. So, something like that.
Yeah, that's true. Like things that will be of use and practical in the future.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Well,
of course, I think in the same paragraph we should point out the word kinesthetic.
Yes.
Kinesthetic advantage. Okay, interactive or able to interact with. Okay, because like I definitely heard this word before, like kinesthetic, but I couldn't like put my finger on how exactly it's different from just aesthetic. And it's okay, it's interactive. That sounds amazing, to be honest. I feel like if I feature it in my answer or in my writing, the examiner would be like, oh wow, she knows what she's doing. Definitely.
Yeah, sure. Then what else?
I also like the expression, like the phrase, the expression in the second replica. It's a luxury we can ill afford, like this thing ill afford, instead of just a negative auxiliary. It's like it's not a luxury we can't afford. It's like we could barely afford it or hardly afford it. And
Yes, yeah.
I feel like this sounds quite advanced since I usually see like hardly or barely, but not ill.
Yes, yeah, like actually I haven't noticed it, I suppose, here.
Yeah, it's
But yeah.
little, but I feel like it adds some like touch of advancedness.
Yeah, sure, kind of more sophisticated here.
That seems creative.
Unfold in front of something. In the context, in the sentence, I'd rather see children in cinemas watching history unfold in front of them.
Yep. Unfold in front of them, like present it in front of them. Yeah. Unbiased. I remember it's connected something with the prejudices, like your ideas of something that you believe in, and if it is unbiased, it's not affected by your beliefs.
Misleading also a good word.
Oh yes. Not maybe maybe I would also say on target.
Yeah.
Certainly on target. I guess it was their goal.
Yeah.
A valid thing to do also sounds fancy.
Oh yes, right.
It's like a synonym to important.
Mhm.
I would maybe say to up the tension. I
Yeah.
usually use up as a verb, so when you use to up something, I would say just to increase the tension, but here up sounds interesting.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay. So I also chose some words, precisely 11, and presented the definitions below in separate boxes. Can you see them?
Yeah.
Okay. So I took the 11, like, sort to say super new words, maybe like the words I'd like you to use further. I'd like you to identify them and write in your boxes. Okay.
Could you please say what box is it?
They're below the script, again with your name.
Ah, okay.
All right, let's do that. Let's say 2
Okay.
minutes.
I'm sorry, filling the gaps, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Words are from the script.
Okay.
Are
thank
in the
you.
box with your name. Ladies, number 4 is a phrase, not a singular verb, or not a singular word. Let's compare with the partner, okay, for 1-2 minutes.
I think.
It will close me.
Yeah, you can start.
Yep. Actually, I haven't found the first.
Me too. I tried to find, but I don't know. It's some formal or old-fashioned word.
Okay, maybe we can skip it.
Yeah.
Okay. So as for the second one, I wrote a keepsake.
Yeah, me too. The third one is also was tricky. I don't know which words is there. Maybe you have?
No, I don't.
Maybe the fourth one, a member of a family who has passed away. A deceased relative.
Yep, I have the same. The action also has a negative result, which includes losing money. Just a second. Role museums.
Same here.
Yeah,
Yeah, the same for me.
Okay.
6 is marvel at something.
Yes, I have the same.
First,
Go ahead,
please. Okay.
It's empty for me, so.
I have an answer. Cop out.
Okay.
Cop
I
out.
really like it.
Wait, are you 7?
Yeah.
Cop out.
Like to look for excuses.
Yes, yeah, I have just checked it. Yes,
Yeah.
Like made up and fabricated. It's like a noun. And here, honestly, I didn't put anything. No idea. But I think cop out is something different.
Maybe. I thought cop out is something that you make up, kinda, or something like this. Okay.
Yeah. And here it's like, I don't see like the connection. Maybe I've missed something that you said.
Welcome back. You can see the answers in my box on page 9. With my name in it. Can you?
Yeah.
Any
Yep.
surprises? Or is everything the same in your answers?
No, actually, the first one for me was challenging. And yeah, when I saw your answer, I understood.
Yeah. Right. I took the definition from Cambridge. This is what it says.
I thought that this phrase called ill of word means not causing problems if you do it, but the definition is different.
Really?
That's why that's why I didn't recognize that this is the right answer.
Look, I'm checking it now. And ill of word to do something. I will upload Second, I will upload what it says and with the examples. On page 9, it will appear there. Hopefully. Yes. On page 9, I uploaded the definition from Cambridge. Yeah. Okay, ladies, thank you very much for joining me today. I was so stressed, like crazily, but thank you very much for supporting me and being here. If you want, you can give me some feedback. I will be glad to hear.
No, thank you so much for today's lesson. It was super interesting, and I think you did great, personally, in my opinion. And as a student, I felt, really like taken care of, and like we had all of the guidelines and the answers everywhere and everything. And the task itself was quite challenging, but still, I didn't feel like I'm lost or anything like this. So yeah, and I hope that when you discuss it with your mentor, everything will also be great. Yeah, and you will maybe pick something practically like practically useful for you. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much for the lesson. Everything was really great, especially huge amount of words of new vocabulary. And the warming up was great. The speaking warming up, yeah, it's a good warming up, I think, personally for me. Yeah, thank you. Everything was fine. Everything was correct, and I understand every exercise from the first
time.
Yeah, from the first time. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for the lesson. Yeah, I really enjoyed being
thank
here.
you for coming.
Yeah, and there were like a lot of new words for me today. It was a bit challenging, but yeah, I liked it. I will take away new vocabulary.
Cool.
Me.
That's great. I'm happy.
And thank you very much for the lesson. It was really interesting. I could discover new vocabulary items for me, and I think you did great. Everything will be okay. Please don't worry.
Okay, I'll try. Thank you. Luba, Julia, any final words or some comments?
Thank you very much. It was interesting, and we found out new vocabulary, which is great. Yeah, and I like that you put everything on the doc, like created the table, and we could write straight away. Yeah, because sometimes students don't send answers when you ask them, but here they kind of feel that others are writing, and it can motivate them as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was a very useful practice. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Have a great Friday and the weekend. See ya.